So hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome once again, and I say that very quickly because I've literally recorded this video and not pressed the record button or the capture button for what we're seeing on the screen just now. So let's go through that. Let's go through that all again. So yeah, we're here in 1.9.5.6 finally. Christmas does come twice a year. We've got special events. I can't believe it. So let's have a quick look. I'm not going to be doing any driving in this video. I'm still trying to rest my shoulder and I'll not be driving until the new year. But let's have a look at these special events. Now, when I launched this a few seconds ago, we had this very same issue, that it's not actually reading the drivers that have set their lap times in here. We can't choose any other car, and we can't see the actual lap times, which is slightly disappointing, but it still gives you something to aim at. You're still going to know what time you've set on there, and you're still going to be able to post your time. Maybe within a few updates time, all those names are going to be up there. Maybe even if I unloaded the game and reloaded it again, those names would be there. But it's good to see that we've got sessions at Spa, Paul Ricard and Misano. A long stint session at Misano, 40-minute session. We're probably going to be looking at lap times into the 216s, 217s once people get their eye in at Spa. And I would probably say 155s. We've got fast track conditions, so maybe that will influence things. 217, maybe 218 at Spa. And probably into the 155s, like I say, at Paul Ricard. Misano, not really sure what the track conditions are going to be giving kind of lap times there. But brilliant to see them back. It's great to see all these old sessions as well. Maybe we'll get these at a later date. Maybe we can go back a bit. So let's just have a quick look what numbering system we're on. So we're on 51, 59, 56. So looking at these previous ones, there's kind of a big, there isn't a big gap. 51, 59, 56. So yeah, not sure if we're ever going to get these, but we're never going to be able to see any lap times because we've never taken part in any of them. But great to see. The only other thing is probably going to be multiplayer, that we're going to see some changes. Like I said, I did come on here 2 seconds ago to have a look at this. And we've got one lobby here, and I'm having this issue where I come into here, I can move around for like 2 seconds, and then I can't move around anywhere using the control pad. Whether that would be different on my wheel, come back out, you're going to be really quick to be able to select something in here. So if we turn off and just look at I can move around in here, but everything's gone. I can't move around anymore again. So you've got to be really quick choosing what you want to look at in here. It's a bit of an issue, I think, at the minute. But you can still see that the Xbox alone lobbies are far busier than the crossplay lobbies. So I don't know. Obviously, we're early days into this new patch. Whether that's going to be resolved, I really don't know. But you've got to come out. You've got to go in. You've got to be really quick choosing which one you want to be going in. Quickly choose it and then connect, or else you're going to have issues on there. I can see it already. We can see another crossplay one there as well. So yeah, I would love to be able to sit down and jump on this game, but I'm just not going to risk it at the moment. Give my shoulder a chance to recover, and hopefully I'll be back in the new year doing some new content. There isn't anything else that I can see really that's changed within the game. All the rating system all seems to still be the same. All the statistics that I've got within the game have ported over quite nicely. There's nothing that hasn't ported across. Obviously you can see very few laps I've run there at Circuit of the Americas. Not particularly a circuit I enjoy at all. But again, it's not really a circuit that ever features in any of the lobbies. See there, 216.8, which I set in the Ferrari 296 with the setup that I posted not long ago, to be honest. And again, they're lap times that we're never going to be achieving again at 38.9 at Kyalami. Someone else asked me about that the other day, and it's a very old version of the game where the altitude wasn't recorded at Kyalami. So it was probably a very high altitude setting that was within the game. But I don't know why they don't bring that back, to be honest, because they're kind of similar lap times that people are setting on PC maybe, or at least 140s. I'd love to see the time when all the platforms of the game actually have very similar lap times. So yeah, everything's still the same within the game, everything's still working. Other things that I've just gone through, which I'll go through again, are all my video settings that someone else has asked for. You can just pause the video wherever you need to there. The audio settings that I use that just really emphasize what's going on in the car rather than outside the car. Things that are more important as a driver rather than just for the game itself. And going into the controls menu, someone was asking how I managed to flick from like TC1 to TC5, TC1 to TC9 so quickly. And just using my keyboard, I've got a standard keyboard that's just alongside me here. And I just come down into the traction control settings within the menu. You can just use your controller, press the A button, and it selects the one you're wanting to bind. And I'll just press the X button which is what I've got on my wheel. Two really easily accessible buttons with my thumb whilst I'm driving. And I'll always keep TC1 as Y, and then whichever other TC1 I'm using, TC4 through to 9 really, as X. So as I'm coming off the corner, I'm usually using a higher traction control so I can get the power down nice and early, and I'm not scared of losing the rear of the car. And as soon as I feel like I've got the traction in the car itself, I can flick to TC1 using the Y button. And that usually, like I've shown before, it allowed me to get a much better launch off some of the corners, especially in the last video. It emphasises that really. The lap I was racing with, I forget his name now, at Zolder, Ghosted something, I can't quite remember it, but it just showed you how much more acceleration I was getting off the corner dropping to TC1, which could probably make maybe 2 or 3 tenths out of a lap on every single corner. But it's something you're going to have to get used to. It's something that a lot of drivers are using. The Formula 1 drivers are always messing around with buttons on the wheel throughout the whole lap. But so easy to set up. I don't really use many other buttons on my wheel. Cycle, light stages, B for the pit limiter, and that's about it. Everything else I use the MFD within the menu. You can use insert on the keyboard, or I press N on my wheel to get the MFD up. But mostly I'll use the MFD whilst I'm driving to adjust brake balances and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. Probably assist that I use. I don't think anyone uses a clutch. General settings. Legacy mode, replay. I'm not quite sure what that's about. The old way to save replays are shorter and you can save 11. The new way to save replays are longer and you can save up to 21 different replays. Oh, I'm sure the new way sounds much better. Will be saved offline. The available space for offline replays shown inside the gallery. Offline replays will be deleted if the game is uninstalled. So I think I'll just stick with those 11 replays and save them as and when I'd use them. I don't particularly use them a great deal, but that's a good one to quickly look at, I think. What else? HUD. I don't think there's going to be anything in this HUD display that's changed. I can't see it. But one thing I would suggest is always having this radar on. A number of drivers I've seen that aren't using it, and it really does just allow you to run much closer with other drivers. You know where people are around you. It really is like having a spotter on the pit wall at all times. I cannot emphasise how important it is to have that on. So yeah, we'll quickly just have a look in there just to see if that has changed. It hasn't changed. But yeah, you can see already drivers into the... Where was that? Paul Ricard. I thought it was Silverstone for a second with 157s. But yeah, hopefully that might reload all the names once I just turn the game off and back on again. But we'll see later down the line. But yeah, hopefully you all have a great Christmas. Hopefully I'm back racing in the new year. Until then, please leave a comment in the comment section, leave a like, press that bell button, subscribe to the channel. But until next time, thanks for watching throughout the year. Ciao for now.